Sorry.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Andrew, you don't look like Dominic.
No, well, I mean, I've been taking that GLP and I've just slimmed down and I blew a firecracker in my eye and then got a new job and changed my wardrobe palette. So,
grew a beard.
Right. I borrowed this from Darren Beyer. He wasn't using it anymore, so I just slapped that on there.
Okay. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here with us today.
Yeah, everybody. Hey, thanks for coming out to Around the Root with Dawn Dominic and Andrew Killian. We're going to have a super great time. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to get you up to date on all the current events that are coming this week and beyond.
Yeah. Awesome. We are. So first, we've got a couple of things that we've got going on. Let me do the chamber stuff and then we'll talk about yours because it looks like a lot of fun going on behind you. So for the chamber stuff, tomorrow we've got North Valley Connections at the Senior Center in Stevensville from 5 to 6 p.m. I'm going to be there. And probably Haley. We all love Haley Stevenson.
We love Haley. She's so much fun.
They're the originators of it. And then Thursday, we actually have business after hours, and it's going to be just as much fun as you're having behind you right now.
Oh my gosh, there's so much fun that we squeezed in there. You know,
I know.
It's more fun than you can shake a stick at.
But it's at Ravelli Fun Center at 300 Scales Avenue. And that's
fun's right there in the name.
Thursday, yeah, from 4 to 6 p.m. So they're going to have pizza and drinks and just go through. They got a lot of stuff new this year, including like a mining thing. So I'm excited to go and check that out on this Thursday, the 11th, 4 to 6 p.m. And then next Thursday, we have a ribbon cutting next Friday. Sorry. We have a ribbon cutting with Johnson.
There's so much going on. The days just bleed together.
We do. We always have such a packed plate, calendar, not plate.
Yeah.
Johnson Appliance. Yeah. Johnson Appliance at 12 o'clock on next Friday, the 19th. And you have something going on. Looks like a party.
Oh, yeah, it's always a party. We have it every year. It's going to be at the Rhythm and Rome Festival, which is going to be on June 27th. Every year we have the Wiener Dog races. I inherited it from the Valley Republic used to put it on. The Paperclip used to put it on. Jody used to run it. And I think her man, Dan Mitchell, you used to run the Wiener Dog race, and I somehow inherited it. There's going to be like one of those old codgers who's just doing this way into my hundreds. It's super great fun. We have it every year. It's drag racing with wiener dogs, and we also have the unlimited class, which is the Cheweenies. So we have a bracket system where people sign up their athletes, their dogs, and we bring them out, race them 2, 3 at a time. And then we also have the Cheweenies. They come out, we race them 2, 3 at a time. We have fabulous prizes as a great crowd turns out every year. And we added this 2 years ago, was the Big Wheels race. So we've already got the track set up. We've already been drag racing wiener dogs. A simple thing to do is just swap out what we're drag racing. So we bring out little kids. We got ages 3 to 7. We got a bracket of 3 to 4, and they're on the classic big wheels. And then we've got 5 to 6, and they're on more advanced big wheels that we get from Buck Acosta at his bicycle shop right around the corner. And then we've got 7-year-olds and sometimes 7 to 8-year-olds. We cut it off there because then it just sort of like, the kids just got longer limbs. It's just not fair. But it was really hot last year. Like the kids just wanted to race each other just to win. They didn't even want the prizes. They just wanted to beat the other kids. So we usually have it down at like the 4th intersection, I want to say. Yeah. And the Ravalli County Fair is always nice enough to let us borrow some of their bleachers. And it's a super great time. We've got the widget up there. We got the QR code, which I was able to put a little wiener dog in. You got to keep on brand. So you can sign up your wiener dogs for the races. You can sign up your kids for the races, or you can just come out for the show. It's a super great time. It's happening during Rhythm in Rome. Once again, it's June 27th. It's going to start at 11 a.m. so we can beat the summer heat, but it's going to be a super great time.
It was a lot of fun. Yes. I mean, I went last year, and honestly, that was like the highlight of, and I was with a bunch of kids too. But it's hilarious watching those dogs because some of them are so confused.
Some of them are there to race, and some of them don't know what's going on. We've got all skill levels of athlete. Some of them just go make friends. Some of them's like, I don't want to do this. I got pressed into service. They're all different scales, but it's always super fun. It's always a great time. I remember that the Humane Association came out to support us, and they're going to come out and they're going to have a cooling station for the hot rodders there, for the wiener dogs. And I believe it's going to be the Hamilton Soccer is going to come out and volunteer to make sure that the dogs and the kids are rotated through. It gets really noisy, gets really exciting. So we have to make sure that we've got volunteers to keep everything moving by the beat.
Awesome. So in just a couple weeks, do they have to sign up ahead of time to be in the wiener dog races, or is it day of?
It's easier for us if they sign up ahead of time, but we usually get a whole deluge of people who don't even know that this is going on. They just wander and they see a crowd, they see wiener dogs, they ask what's happening. They happen to have one, and so we sign them up, we put them on the brackets, and then we have to build the brackets. If we have the signups ahead of time, then Derek can build the brackets ahead of time, and there's a lot of fast down and dirty math to make sure that the calculations work out. I couldn't do it without her. I couldn't do it without Ryan Williams, my good friend Billiam from Edward Jones. They always come out and volunteer every year. He was the one who, it was kind of hard to see the haystacks go away that we used to get from Lakeland Feed, but we put down the Jersey barriers, which is so easy to put down and clean up. So he's always been a great part of this for the last couple of years.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And then, so we're going to shift gears a little bit here. We're going to bring up John. John, you are from tell us where you're from.
Bitterroot Climate Action Group.
I can't say that properly. I tried to say it this morning and I was like, no, I haven't had my teas. Climate Action Group. Welcome. Tell us what you guys have going on there.
Well, we're going to have a video. We'd love to have the person here live, but that didn't work. He's very busy. His name is Dr. Mark Z. Jacobson, and he is a civil and environmental engineer at Stanford University. In fact, he's in charge of the atmosphere and energy program there. And what's interesting to us about him is that he has written extensively for a couple of decades now about the feasibility, which he states is 100% feasible, to transition all of our energy sectors to 100% wind, water, solar, and battery backup. And he has published on this, and he's also provided roadmaps and had been charged with doing roadmaps for 150 countries and most cities that you hear who have a net zero plan for, like, for instance, Missoula, for going net zero by 2050, which means that, the carbon is balanced out. More about that. He's the one who's responsible for putting together the plans for those. So we're very excited about that. It's going to be this Thursday at the Daily Leach meeting room. And so the video is about 45 minutes long, and then we're going to have a discussion. We're going to have some people from the solar industry there, the local solar industry there, to answer questions, because we're all going to have a discussion. And I thought I better get some experts in the room because, we could all just have questions amongst ourselves we don't have answers to, and everybody will be then, Googling them. So we'll have actually some people who know what they're talking about.
That's the thing that always gets me is this is something I've been paying attention to for a long time, as I'm sure a lot of our viewers have, that, we can talk about a problem, but without a call to action, without actionable items that we can actually put into our daily practice, or, like write your congressman, recycle, take your stuff up to Missoula, drop it off there. They've got cardboard recycling here, get solar, without something to do, it just creates learned helplessness. And that's the last thing we want to do. If we don't want people to just be like, what can you do? We want to hear what we can do to solve the problem.
Yeah.
And what are the things that we're going to hear on that day?
Yes. This is basically going to be about getting people up to speed on the whole idea that it's feasible to do, that we can do these things, that it's not, because there's been a lot of, his position is somewhat, that he has his critics.
Right.
There are people who say that this is, there's various problems with wind, there's various problems with solar, there's various problems with battery backup, and he answers all the questions. So, this is mainly aimed at the, getting the notion that these things are feasible to do. You can go solar, you can get a heat pump, and you can transition to, cleaner energy, and it'll confer lots of social and health benefits if we do that, even if we don't make it to 100% wind, water, and solar by 2050.
Yeah, we were just talking about it when she mentioned it when she was setting everything up. Dawn was setting everything up, and Iceland is at 99%. Albania is at 99%. Like, there's a lot of countries out there, like.
Well, that's very interesting. We're really close because of mainly all the hydro.
Right.
And even states that are, don't have a lot of hydro, don't have a lot of geothermal, be a little bit of a heavier lift. It's possible to do. One of the interesting points about it, the reason why it is so feasible, is because of the fact that if you transition from internal combustion and fossil fuel burning engines to electric engines, you get an efficiency upgrade, tremendous efficiency upgrade, over 60%, because of the fact that you don't have all that waste heat, basically, with internal combustion engines.
And one of the things that's been pointed out to me is that what's at stake for Ravalli County is that we are one of the counties that have the highest risk of fire because of, wildland urban interface. We're so close to all this tall standing lodgepole. Like, not only we do need to manage it, we need to get ahead of it, for our kids and for future generations.
For our kids, yeah. Unfortunately, die has been cast to a certain extent about the certain amount of carbon dioxide that's in the atmosphere presently, and the fire season is now a month longer than it used to be.
Right.
I've been living in Montana for well nigh 51 years now, and it's dramatically different as far as the climate than it was when I moved here.
Yeah,
it was
awesome.
cold then.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us, John. We got to move on to the next one here. So please come back next time you have an event or anything that you want to, an event that you would like to share with us.
I will. This time I promise to be a little more responsive.
We'll give you more time.
Sorry about that, Dawn. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're good. You're fine. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to move over to the museum with Elena. And Elena's been on here before with the mansion, but it looks like you're with the museum now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us what you guys got going on.
So this weekend we have Bitterroot Day, and we hold it every second Saturday of June. So we're going to have the Salish dancers, drummers, fry bread. We'll have the kids' activities as usual. We have a lot of really great vendors. And let's see what else. I mean, it's just going to be really fun. We have entertainment. Don't remember who was coming to play for us, but we have entertainment and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Every time we go to the Bitter Days, it's like if you took the farmer's market and just amped it up like 3 times.
Right.
There's so much more going on. There's always so much more activities. And it's already rolled into the, every Saturday, people go out there, get their coffee, get something to eat. There's some entertainment, and you get to see all your friends that you haven't seen in a while. It's always a great time.
It is a great time.
And Elena, how many years has this been going on?
This has been going on, well, I know I've been in the Valley for 11 years, so I'm thinking this goes like the 2000s, 90s. I really am not sure because I'm not from here.
So a while.
Yeah, so for a long time, yes,
For a
definitely.
long time.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but we're paying.
So do you have bitterroot flowers for sale? Like, I know for a long time I had been going to the farmer's market or been in the valley and not seen them up until we went up to Soft Rock. We saw a
Right.
couple of them there. And then up at MPG Ranch, they got some raised garden beds where the bitterroots just sort of took over. Is that something that's on offer at Bitterroot Day?
It will be a surprise because the flowers have already started blooming. So if they're still bloomed, we'll have them there. But if not, we've been working on. Well, actually, Michelle's been working really hard on some really beautiful necklaces that will feature the bitterroot flower and some jewelry. And we've got some other crafts out there that might have to supplement it. But if we do, it'll be the last minute before we go out and get some bitterroot flowers to actually sell.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Mm.
Awesome. Well,
Well, thanks for
you.
coming out. It's always
Yeah.
great to have the museum on the show. There's so many great things that they have to offer, including regular tours. Thanks for coming out.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Awesome. So we're going to bring up next Sue she's with Partners in Home Care. What do you have going on, Sue?
So we have our second annual Gardening Through Grief, which is a bereavement grief event at the Sapphire Lutheran Homes on June 24th at 6 p.m. It's our way to reach out and support the community. In Ravalli County, we serve three counties, a 100-mile radius based out of Missoula, but we have a very strong presence in Ravalli County and are very happy to provide grief support to people there. So we invite people to come out and join us at Sapphire Lutheran Homes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, so when someone passes in your life, people have these bromides that they say that kind of make you feel worse. And that's not people's intent. People want to say something they just want to be there for you. Like, what are the things to say? Not to take away all of your best, material, but what is that something you say to a grieving person that is not going to be the wrong thing?
Yeah. And working with people in grief and holding space for them, sometimes really no words are enough. So it's giving people permission to talk about their experience, to talk about their loss, and not shying away from, it's taboo. We don't talk about that. We don't want to upset them. People will be able to set their own boundaries by saying things like, thanks for caring and sharing and understanding, but right now I'm not ready, but keep me in mind because I will be ready and I will talk about that at some point. So offering that opportunity to share, sometimes even just sharing that memory. I remember having a conversation with your dad, and this is what he reminded me of, or this stuck with me all these years later. So those types of things. So inviting that conversation and sharing. Yeah. Gardening actually is another way to nurture that, to give our grief some attention. And be deliberate. And, it's a tremendous cathartic way when you do rage weeding, and have to, just kind of get some of those feelings out. It also can be very nurturing as you plan your garden, as you nurture and you plant and you take care of that. That's very similar to how we care for ourselves in grief and care for each other in grief, by understanding that grief is universal and it's not a scary thing, it's a challenging thing, and it's growth. As we learn to understand our own grief, we can support those around us. Gardening is also a way for community and bringing others together with life experiences that can share and support one another in a very beautiful way.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's the Gardening Through Grief, a community bereavement workshop, June 24th at 6 p.m. at Sapphire Lutheran Homes, 501 North 10th Street in Hamilton. And I don't know if you guys are going to be using the little garden box, but I saw those the last time I was there. And so hopefully, if you like, hopefully this show will help you get more people coming, because I love gardening, but
Yeah, so we'll supply the pots, and we have your Bitterroot, your florist or your nurseries in the Bitterroot have been extremely generous with donations. So each participant will leave with a pot, and hopefully community and networking and shared experience.
Awesome.
I've heard it said that grief never goes away, but your life grows beyond it.
Absolutely.
Similar to when a tree falls, you'll see the different rings. You'll see like one ring had like an injury from a fire, and the tree just kept growing beyond it. And the same is true of people. So it brings it back to that metaphor of growth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sue, for joining us today.
Thank you.
We're going to be heading a little bit out of town to the Daily Mansion, and Courtney. Welcome, Courtney.
Good morning.
Courtney the greatest.
I thought
I'm not Dominic.
Did Dominic tell you to say that?
Yeah, she thought she was going to get away from that today. But
Well,
fun.
thanks for letting me on the show again. I asked because tomorrow marks the opening day of the Daily Mansion's summer season. Starting tomorrow, the mansion will be open 6 days a week with tours on the hour. With our volunteers, we will have some self-guided times with docents, and those 6 days are Tuesday through Sunday. We will be closed on Mondays inside the house, but the grounds are open 7 days a week, and it'll be like that from tomorrow through the end of September. Something new for the tour season this year, starting next Wednesday, June 17th, I've been working with some local musicians, and we're going to have Melodies at the Mansion. It's an extra little layer to increase engagement. Our first musicians are Janie Bauer, who's a pianist, and Suzanne Shaner, who is a flautist. They'll be playing for an hour in the afternoon on Wednesday. During tours, it's not a concert, but it's, again, just something to elevate and enhance the experience. And we're hoping to have multiple musicians every other week or once a week, random times. So there's another excuse to come and stop by the mansion to see us. In terms of events, Blacksmith Brewing is hosting the Daily Mansion on June 24th for a pint night. And then something brand new, we are participating with the Paddleheads Community Tuesday. They're the baseball team in Missoula. If you go to our website, you can purchase tickets to that game, which is on Tuesday, June 30th. And the proceeds from the tickets purchased through the link on the Mansion website goes directly back to support the Daily Mansion. So there's a lot of things coming up. If you like baseball, I know that we're not the only nonprofit that's participating in this. So hopefully I'll see a lot of my friends in Missoula at Paddleheads games on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I mean, we had an ambassador meeting, and it was almost a competition of whose paddlehead game is where. So we got a whole list of it all. That's
a lot of paddlehead action. One of the things I love when you come on is the language. Like, you don't often hear the word docent, pianist, or flautist in common conversation, but you seem to find a way to work it all in there.
Naturally.
That's one of the perks of working at a historical place. I get to use historical language.
Right.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Courtney. And there's always events going on at the Daily Mansion. So if you need to rewind this video and scan her QR code there that was up in the corner and see all of the events that are going, or just do it right now and see all of the events that are happening at the Daily Mansion this year. Thanks so much for joining us, Courtney.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, so I did forget a couple things. So and the big things that I forgot, like always, the Brew Fest. So our 31st annual Brew Fest is next month, July 25th, at the Daily Mansion. Speaking
At
of
the Daily Mansion,
are on sale now. So we've got a lot of planning going on with that, and it's going to be fun. I mean,
biggest event of the summer. Biggest event of the summer. Nothing even comes close to it. You know, everybody comes down from Missoula. People come from parts beyond. You get to connect with your friends. I get to pour beer, you know, which is great because I could say hi to people for 30 seconds and then that's the end of the conversation and they move along. You know, such a great time. Who's going to be the musical act?
Oh, Jody, I forget. I don't want to say. You
don't want to say. Okay, no, it's all right.
It's the Timber Rattlers. Okay, that's what I thought. It's the Timber Rattlers and the Benevolence. I thought that's who it was, but we've been tossing around so many band names for different events that I wasn't sure. Okay, Timber Rattlers and the Benevolence, and VIP entry this year is at 2 p.m. So it's a little bit earlier. We wanted to show our appreciation to our VIP tickets, and so they get in a little bit earlier than everybody else. So 2 p.m. entry for VIP. So if you want that early entry and the mug, get those VIP tickets, and they're on sale now. And we are going to have the bike and walk path. It's going to be open again this year. Yeah,
that's great. That's great, because if you don't want to drink and drive, you want to go home safely. You want everybody to get home, intact.
And
are you still doing?
So we'll have the shuttles. We'll have the shuttles going downtown to the high school and downtown Hamilton.
Fantastic.
So there's no reason you should drink and drive ever. So,
do you still have the app? Are you still using like the beer app? Because I know that Grizzly Broadband brings the portable tower every year, so you've got some internet service for that event.
we are. Yes, we're using the app.
So that people can pick their favorite beer and they can learn more about the beers, and it's just get more information and add a layer of enjoyment to the whole festivities.
Yeah. And just want to do a shout out to A to Z Personnel for being our main sponsor for Brewfest this year. And then we have one more event that we don't have. Tickets aren't on sale now yet, but they will be soon. But we are going to be having our Chamber Awards dinner August 21st, and it's going to be a blast. The theme is Wild Wild West. So come in your best Western gear, and there may even be, there's going to be games and music and dinner and a silent auction, I think. We're still in the planning phases, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is there going to be like a showdown, like at high noon, like Jody's going to come out with her 6 shooters and then, like do the quick draw and blow a cigarette out of somebody's mouth with a bullwhip?
It's a possibility. Dominic is helping us plan some of this, and you are. So it's always a possibility. I'm
going to get some oversized leather chaps and a ridiculously huge cowboy hat. I don't know if it'll be period, but it'll be big.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what everybody's going to show up in. I may or may not come in costume. I'm probably going to.
I think you gotta.
Convince my husband to come with me in costume. So
yeah.
You don't have to come in costume. Just come and enjoy the dinner. It's going to be a lot of fun. And there's going to be
semi-formal is usually kind of Western anyway.
Semi-formal, yeah.
Yeah, like jeans and a bolo, necktie and a dress shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stepping in for Dominic, and now he owes you. And so he owes
me at least $50.
Yeah. He owes you $50 and another.
I don't know.
another favor. You can use that against him later on. But thank you, all of our guests, for coming, and Andrew and Jody in the back end. And we will see you next week around the root.
Mm.